Hardest they'll come, Prima gon' kill 'em. $1,000,000 flow, truth gon' spit 'em. As real as they're made, guess we overpaid. Cause we're blowing money like we live as real as it gets.
Can you please stop bothering my kid?
Sorry.
Arthur, I have some bad news for you.
Welcome to the channel. It's your boy HollaHard. In this upload, I'm just here to give you a quick rundown of the new movie Joke. Good movie. I loved it. I enjoyed it. But this is going to be a semi-spoiler review just for those that just want a simple. Like, you just look at it, you just think of it in simple ways of the movie. I'm not going to try to give you anything complex or anything. But basically, it's the movie Joker. This is supposed to be somewhat of an origin story for the character whose real name is Arthur. I couldn't tell you the last name, but first name is Arthur, played by Joaquin Phoenix, which, by the way, I feel like he did a great, awesome performance in this movie. Out of all the people that played the Joker in a live action film, Heath Ledger is up there regarded as the best Joker and gave a great performance. Joaquin Phoenix is right next to him. But if I had to choose between the two, I'd give it to Phoenix, no doubt. But anyway, trying to remember most of it. Just got done watching it. But it starts off, he's working as a clown, doing side jobs or whatever for like an agency. Starts off like wearing a clown suit, twirling around a sign, like everything must go out of business type sign. And some kids end up stealing the sign. He end up chasing after him, blah, 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 which most of that is seen in the previews. And he end up getting jumped by the kids in the alley, which I thought was hilarious. Because, like, man, there's a bunch of kids and he's like so tall, hovering over them. It's like, man, could have defended himself. But anyway, that happens. Then he got his mother. They living together. He's kind of somewhat taking care of her. But this whole thing where she's wrote a letter to Thomas Wayne and she's like on the lookout for a return letter from him. And she making it a big deal. Arthur just wondering why, whatever. Later, Arthur gets in trouble for work. Boss calls him in, asks him questions about why he didn't return the sign, which is the sign that the kids took from him, and bust over him. Broke all up in pieces, and the boss think he's lying. The story don't even sound right. A bunch of kids took the sign and then beat him up or whatever. After that whole stint, he ended up getting another gig. It's still through the agency, but you get another gig where you're doing like clown stuff for kids at the hospital. And this dude ended up having a gun his co-workers gave him, was telling him, hey, you need protection, man. I heard about them kids jumping you. You need to carry this or whatever. He ended up having a gun with him at the children's hospital and ended up dropping him when he was dancing, and that was hilarious. That was probably like the funniest scene ever. It's crazy. I just got done seeing this movie 10:30 show and then just an hour later after the movie was over, it's like I'm trying to think of everything that happened. My memory is terrible, but it gets to a point where it brought up the letter again, where his mom was like waiting for the letter. Well, a letter has arrived and she wanted to read it, but she was asleep. That's when Arthur came in, got her to bed or whatever. He ended up seeing it and just read it. It gives the implication as if Arthur is Thomas Wayne's son. The mother tried to explain, yeah, Thomas wanted to keep it a secret, hidden, so he had me sign papers, this and that, as if he never existed in a sense. Because later, when Arthur confronted Thomas about it from his side of the story, he was adopted and that his mom was lying about the whole thing, that she was like crazy with like schizophrenic or whatever, some type of mental illness that she had. And Arthur ended up going to Arkham Asylum, trying to retrieve like old files, documents from the administrative clerk about his mom being there, and he ended up snatching the files, reading through it, and she was admitted there. But then it's like everything played in his head as if, you know, from the time when she was there talking to a doctor, and she trying to explain that no, Thomas setting this up to make it like I'm crazy, this and that. But regardless, it leaves you off thinking like dang, is that the real deal or was she actually crazy? Because the way it was presented and they gave two perspective sides. It was never like, oh, when they gave the other perspective side, that's true. You know what I'm saying? It's like it still leave it up in the air. Like, oh, could it be that he is? So basically, you come out thinking, oh, Joker is author who is Joker in this movie is Bruce Wayne's older brother, which would be kind of dope if it is Rand that well. Let's say this movie does very well, which it should. And as of right now, it's told that there's no sequel plan for it. It's just a one-time told story, and none of this is supposed to be tied into any other DC Batman films at all. Not even the upcoming Batman film by Matt Reeves. But I bet you if this movie does well over expectations, they may somehow try to come up with doing a sequel. But I think they should make this tie in with the Matt Reeves movie. And if they can run with that story, like, hey, Joker, even if that's really not the story, that the Joker is Thomas Wayne's first son, still, like I said, it was never confirmed that he wasn't or was, because the telling of the story, regardless, when Joker found out, is from his perspective, how you playing it in his head, that how the story is told, which it's kind of hard for me to explain, but if you see it, certain things will go on to where it's like, it seemed like, oh, that's actually going on. But then you'll see how deep it is with the author's mental illness, that certain stuff happened, but it's from his perspective, but it's not actually happening. Like, there's a part in the movie where there's like a neighbor on the same floor he lived with that he hooks up with, but the way it's presented, when he just go in after her, give her a kiss, this and that, and now it's like they're somewhat together, hanging out all the time, this and that. As it get later in the movie where he end up going to her place, he just went, walked in, sat down on the couch, and she came out, was startled, like, who is you? Are you Arthur from down the hall? Now it's like showing you know who he is. So the whole time it's like, everything that happened before, it was just all make-believe. That's what he was imagining the whole time in his head as things was going on. But that little twist just makes the movie a little bit more interesting, and like, oh wow. Hopefully somehow they do tie it in, because also later in the movie he ended up on that talk show, as you've seen in the previews. Even though I said this is a semi-spoiler review, I'm not even going to give that away, but I'll still give away towards the end that origin story for Batman, with him as a young child and his parents get shot in the alley. That ties in towards the end of the movie, which was pretty dope. And that's why I feel like Warner Brothers need to make a sequel and need to go ahead and let the Matt Reeves Batman play off of this, have it all tied in. I think it'd be pretty dope. And they should run with the Joker being Bruce's older brother. But yeah, man, the movie was very good. But if y'all have seen it already, please, in the comics, let me know. I said in the comics. I'm so tired. But yeah, if you've seen it already, let me know in the comments. Let me know what your favorite scene was, what you like about the movie or whatever. If you didn't like it, let me know why. I'm interested in knowing why. And let me know if Phoenix is at the top of the list as being the best Joker in a live action Batman film. Till next time, I'll catch y'all again. All right, peace.
Hardest they'll come, Primo gon' kill him, $1 million flow, truth gon' spit him, as real as they're made, guess we overpaid, cause we're blowing money like we live.
As real as it gets, homie, believe that. Come at me talking to yin yang, I have you leaning back. I'm far from the average, I'm considered as a monster with skills I possess. I'm a G like a mobster, arts and crafts of this here isn't easy, but me being me, I make this here look easy. Supreme who I am, you may say, who really cares? I tell you, it's your chick with the pretty long hair. She cares about me, so I let her know. Fucking with a real nigga like me, she make it for show. Get your money up, get your swag up. Matter of fact, this a stick up, so put your hands up.
Hardest they'll come, Primo gon' kill him, $1 $1 million flow. Truth gon' spit 'em.